I'm just not gonna stop. These are some of my favorite fragrances. Why would I stop recommending them? If I love them this much, it means that they're that good to me. Could potentially be that good for you. But as a creator, there's always the consistent question: if you could have the top 3 for life, if you can continue recommending these fragrances, what fragrances are your go-to? What are your absolute favorite in your collection? These are questions that are asked over and over on a daily basis. So I'm gonna make it a one-stop shop video on 10 fragrances that I will never stop recommending. So let's roll my music so I can put you on to 10 amazing fragrances that will always be featured on this channel.
We're all alone in the villa, yeah, but some friends from the south side, in case you cared. Out of all your friends, I wanna be
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. I almost fell and broke my head. I'm not Jeremy, bro. I can't wear a nice tight white suit and white kicks and do 3 spins. I don't got that kind of skill.
What's up, guys? Jeremy here.
That man eats like 78 hard-boiled eggs a day, bro. He's buff. I just got tits. I could breastfeed a baby, for God's sakes.
nip slip.
When I think of fragrances, I will always recommend they have to speak to my personality, my taste, my flow, my energy, my fit. Dumb reach fragrances for me that will always be showcased on some sort of list on this channel, or if anybody asks me, use this as a reference point. Here, watch this video because these are the 10 fragrances I am always going to recommend, starting off with the discontinued 𝐶H_MAN_PRIVÉ. It's discontinued. I'm not asking you to go buy it. I don't care if you go buy it. Maybe if you don't buy it, there'll be more quantities. They'll resurrect this piece where I can stock up and keep it in my collection forever. It's a sexy, delicious, alcoholic beverage-like fragrance that's warm, boozy, spicy, delicious, and absolutely voluptuous. As a whiskey connoisseur, I mean, we're stretching that.
I mean, one of, if not the greatest drinker that ever lived.
But as a whiskey drinker, mild alcoholic, don't go to meetings, so I'm never a quitter, this hits perfectly what was once a super cheap, affordable, like, get to the back of the line type fragrance, now is a gem that's discontinued, and now is when everybody wants it. Whether it be because content creators like myself push the shit out of it because we love it, or people actually came on to the hype train late, and now is like, damn, now I can't get another one unless I spend X amount of dollars. Sounds like a personal problem, but this shit will forever live in my list. It's boozy, it's bright, it's warm, it's spicy. It's got all the facets of a well-balanced fragrance for my personal taste. You got dark, warm, citric, bright, clean, leather, and sexy. Why would I stop recommending this joint? I love it. Next one. Another one that's difficult to get, but not impossible, especially if you live overseas, or you can just go to websites like Fragrance Buy. I think they're the only ones you can buy it from, because Dior Homme Parfum is a must-have in the stash. My favorite from the Dior Homme lineup by a long, I mean, this is just legendary. But proceed with caution. Heed my words. This has a makeup bag essence. For those who have never been on this channel or have never looked up a fragrance video, it smells like a shorty's makeup bag. A combination of the face powder mixed with a little bit of lipstick, all the combinations of toiletry bags of a woman that have exploded in there. That's this essence, plus delicious leather. Butter, soft, supple leather. The animal died of natural causes, but it was straight grass-fed, organic, USDA certified, approved. Fire. Woody, leather, powdery, floral, sexy, masculine, date night, conversational, icebreaker, legendary DNA done to perfection. It will always be in my collection. Overseas, you can get this joint for $100. So if you got that great aunt in the UK that you never speak to, tell her, yo, Nana, or whatever the hell you call them over there, yo, run your ass to the nearest drugstore and pick this bottle up and ship it to your great nephew, all right, chief, because this joint is always gonna be on Cuba's list. Next one. For those who like a little bit of a funk action, if you ask me, yo, Cuba, what's an oud that will always be in your collection? What's an oud that you will always recommend? Well, that's easy. The oud that I've been seeking for such a long time that I just recently got a full bottle of, and that's Fragrance du Bois Sahara Oud. It's barely got a touch. I've used this joint maybe 3-4 times max, and this is like a 2-sprayer chill because this is only cold weather action. Right now in New York area, it is brick.com. I'm talking about 26 degrees, or for you people who live in the Celsius space, I don't know. I think Celsius makes more sense than Fahrenheit, but I'm stupid.
You're afraid of change.
Almost borderline animalic, but they just took 2 steps back, knowing that, hey, if you pull this back just a little bit, this can be a legendary oud scent. It's spicy, it's cinnamon, it's saffron, it's vibrant, which is wild for a oud fragrance, but it's also dark, resinous, almost funky, very bold, a lot of wood action at the base with incredible sillage and performance. For me, if you can manage to pull off oud with some sort of redeeming freshness, a little citric action, some nice rosy elements that don't have geriatric energy to it. You still keep that spice essence, you still keep that mystery, you keep that dark richness, and you keep that wild performance that oud has, and make it luxurious, you got a banger. So if you're gonna ask me what oud will live in your collection and recommendation list forever, Sahara Oud would be it. Next one. Now, amongst the house that has many mass appeal hits, this one in particularly having a blend of 2 different fragrances within the same house. This hybrid, for me, nothing else has touched me the way that this fragrance has. Once I smelled this joint at Max Aroma many moons ago, I was like, what is this? This fragrance has potentially changed my life. As far as I've never smelled anything like Carlisle at that time. Nothing. It is gorgeously warm, wildly sexy, sweet. I would call this a gorgeous fragrance from August to February. This is like chilly nights, sexy, delicious, warm, sugary amber, a little cinnamon action like cinnamon toast crunch, dry humped vanilla, and threw some apple slices on top. A whole vibe of sex appeal. You have to be long sleeved up, Chelsea boot fitted, nice tapered pants, swagged out for real. You need the little belt accessory with some sort of designer label on it because you're built that way. Fine. All those fashionable accessory elements can be boosted by a delicious fragrance like Carlisle. Of course, this is going to be an always recommended fragrance in my list. It's delicious. What am I gonna start promoting bummery? Get out of here. Next one. Many leathers in this space, but some are more legendary than others. And there's nothing more sexy or exciting to me is when I smell a fragrance and not only does it separate itself from anything else that I've smelled, but has given me that instant relax. I was like, oh shit, this is not only a fragrance, this is a full-blown experience. You know what fragrance gave me that? Amouage Royal Tobacco. A fragrance journey, an experience, a walk through the Cuban tobacco fields filled with incensey memories and holy spiritual sessions. This fragrance has too many dimensions in it for me not to like it. And honestly, I don't know anybody who smelled this fragrance that doesn't feel that type of way. This is a full-blown experience with so many different facets and layers and textures and energies and vibes that come off of this fragrance. Everything you're looking for in each fragrance in your space is probably in this joint, whether it be citric, resins, incense, leather, smoke, clean, allspice, peppery. Everything is in a fragrance, and somehow Cecile Z, the perfumer, made this joint magically work. So when you have something like this, like the Mona Lisa of tobacco, you're not gonna put it on a list? You're stupid. Next one. And it goes without saying, I feel that same type of way with Memo African Leather. Jarring, amazing, such mix of spices. It's like a dish well done. Like you thought that you've tried everything, all kinds of food, all combinations. Yo, I had the fire adobo. I have sazon completo on my joint. How do you not mix those two together? No. This is muddled. I went to the spice souk and started picking shit out by hand, fresh. flesh, muddling it in the mortar and pestle, making my own blend of perfection that you've never tasted because you can't buy it in a store. They don't make this mix. You grounded this up. This came from your mental. This came from origins back in your ancestry lineage that you were like, yo, I'm gonna make this mix and I'm gonna blow people's doors off because they've never had elevated chicken breasts like this in their life. That's Memo African leather. You thought you smelled leather until you smelled leather. Stop playing with me. Next one. Sweet fragrances are risky when it comes to dude. It could come off a little bit too feminine. Strawberry. That shit is crazy. But have you smelled hard candy elixir? You haven't, because it's been sold out everywhere. Impossible to keep on the shelves. So there's a point to be made, right? Dudes rock with sweet. And they don't rock with sweet because they haven't tried a sweet like this. Beast Mode Projection and Sillage, beautifully concocted with high quality ingredients. Sexy, slightly versatile even for a sweet fragrance. Surprisingly jarring to some people, but if you can't keep it on a shelf, sold out everywhere, even difficult to get on the 𝐷𝐵Zs or any gray market sites, is for a reason, no? If you can't get that Supreme box logo tee, Tiffany color, whatever the hell, because it's impossible to get, is cause it's lit in these streets. I mean, that's kind of how the world works, right? If it's difficult to get, that's when everybody wants it. But everybody got to experience what sweetness is truly like, done beautifully. ATH pulled that off in Hard Candy Elixir. That's why it's been on so many lists, and that's why I won't stop recommending it. Next one. At the end of the day, we all want an elevated version of some F-boy energy, and Elysium gives that to me in all its glory. The reason Aventus works is because it's a scent profile that works. It hits the facets of the mass appeal, the citrusy, the sweet, the bright, the birchwood. It hits nicely. So when Elysium came by, it was thrown in that same sphere, in that category of mass appeal, Aventus type fragrances. It's not that. It's just people quickly threw it in that category because it has all those same attributes. People are gonna like this shit from rip. This has zero offensive qualities. This is that party fragrance that is loud, ostentatious, very woof, all over the air, that you can wear to work, to the club, to the bar, to the baby shower, to the christening, to the house party, to the gym if you want to be that guy. If your fit is on point from head to toe, you need the smell to match that energy. You know, Elysium, Pablo, it's gonna be on the list. Next one is the #1 champion sound, just touched down in London town. London Spice. It's freaking good. It's gonna be my scent of the day. That's why I put it on this list. Versatile and a gorgeous minty fragrance with beautiful aquatic tendencies that have a designer edge with better performance, quality, sex appeal, and just full-blown vibes. Delicious. Minty effervescent fragrance that almost smells like a little bit of a mint julep cocktail. You can smell the fizziness of a tonic water energy. You can smell the crushed mint leaves in this fragrance. You can smell the beautiful citruses squozed on top of this cocktail. You can smell the greenery of the earth protruding out of the soil into the atmosphere, giving us life and breath. I am a walking poet in this game. Bro, it's good. It's expensive though. So get a sample, see if it's your type of energy and if it's worth it to you. But as far as me recommending it, I mean, it's in the video, right? Let's move on to the last one. Can you guess what it is? I'll let you wait. If you a true ball sprayer, you know what it is. Stop playing with the kid. You know as well as I know that for the last 8 years, bare minimum, this is my shit. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. There's a reason why you can't keep it on the shelf. There's a reason why it's hard for you to find it online. Although now it's a little bit easier. I think they've actually restocked on some websites, so you might be able to go to something like a Neiman and pick this joint up. But for what, 6 to 8 months? Impossibly difficult. Gray market websites? Never got it. But now in 2024, you might have the accessibility, the honor, and the privilege to join the Ball Sprayer Squad and smell one of my signature scents, if not the signature scent that I am known for. It has been on many people's lists, courtesy of me, and I'm taking all the credit. I don't care how bigger their channel is or whatever, I'm that guy. Mr. YSL Tuxedo is in the place to be. Stop playing with me. Sexiness in its full glory. I don't wanna give you a no breakdown on that fragrance. I want you to just get it and thank me tomorrow. 10 fragrances I absolutely love that I will never stop recommending is here for you. Answered your questions, I hope? I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll put some links in the description if you're interested in any of these fragrances. Please sample before you buy. Don't get crazy and start blowing the back. Ooh, I hate this. Don't do that. Sample before you buy. But feel free to let me know in the comments below what are the 10 fragrances that you will always recommend, and maybe we'll visit your selections in the next video. I'll see y'all snitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
Don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.